Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to my Call of Duty Ghost Veteran walkthrough. And I believe we are in part 9. And this is us having captured Rourke. And we follow things off right with a punch. Right with a punch to his face. His ugly mug. So, I haven't mentioned this yet, but the in-between cutscenes for each mission, I cut those out. Just because, you know, I want you guys to play the game, and I don't want to spoil too much for you guys. I hope you're just following along with this after you've completed the game, and you just want to, you know, complete it on Veteran. Maybe if you want the achievement, or if you just feel like you want to say to your friends, "Yeah, I beat Call of Duty on Veteran. Yeah, it's so good." But you use the walkthrough, so you're not very good. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, the in-between cutscenes are really well done. I thought they have a cool art style to them. They wrap things up pretty quickly, and the one before this is basically just telling you how Rourke snapped, pretty much. How the Federation tortured him and turned him over to their side. That and him thinking that Elias abandoned him in a way when he dropped him in the earlier level. So, anyways, we're just interrogating him, trying to find out what he knows, and would you look at that? He was ready. He was prepared. So they give you a pistol. For what for? I really have no idea, because it's useless. And I think, okay, if you guys haven't seen the newest Batman movie with Bane, hold on a sec. Excuse me. If you haven't seen the newest Call of Duty, the newest Batman with Bane, there's a scene where he's escaping from this airplane, and this is exactly what he does. So Rourke totally just baned us and destroyed our plane in the process. Luckily, we all have parachutes integrated into our ghost suits, and none of the debris hits us, thankfully. And yank. And in the earlier levels, I was talking to you about some throwbacks that they had to each Call of Duty game within this game, or they're just reusing stuff because they're lazy. But this would be one of those levels, and you'll see here in about a minute or so what this looks like if you have been following along with the more modern Call of Duty games. If not, then this will all be new and fresh to you, and you'll probably really enjoy it. So. And that's something I never understood about the Call of Duty games, that your character is always, he never talks. So Elias is asking everyone to report in, and obviously you can't, so Hesh does it for you if you're reading those subtitles there. And if you look at the system I have going on here with the radar and the silenced pistol and the knife, you'll instantly recognize what that is from. That is from Modern Warfare 2. Also, Modern Warfare 3, some Spec Ops missions have you sneaking around and knifing some enemies in jungles. But yeah, I feel like that they could have just easily ripped off. This is eerily familiar to that one Modern Warfare 3 mission where it's a snowy tundra, and I believe you're Soap, and you're just making your way through. And there's also another throwback to Call of Duty 4 later on in this level, and it's actually to the Gillies and the Mist mission, which in all honesty, there's really nothing wrong with that, because that mission is awesome. But a little bit of originality couldn't have hurt them, besides going to space in this game. But anyways, I go through this part without taking out anybody. I feel that taking the chance of alerting someone and having to restart all your progress is kind of silly and obnoxious when you can just... I know it is a shooting game, but you can just very simply maneuver your way around by going prone and taking your time and just looking at the radar. Make sure you're aiming the correct way, because the motion sensor just works that way. and it'll beep faster when they are closer to you. And just hearing the radio chatter over about Hesh and Elias trying to get back to each other, and this guy is coming a little close, so I want to go prone and cease movement, and I believe he'll go right by me. Yep, I'm in proficient enough cover, so just follow along at what I do and what I perceive to be enough cover or not to hide from them. But I have to say, one thing that they did upgrade in this game is the fluidity of movement, as far as, even in the multiplayer, as far as jumping over obstacles and going prone. See, that looks a lot more like you're crawling around prone, and maybe leaning, and there's sliding, and yeah, I don't know. So this guy will patrol back and forth on this road, so as soon as he turns around, just go prone, quit moving. Almost spotted me there. And wait for him to pass you by. I believe he'll turn around here in a second, or he'll just keep walking. And if they do get too close, just sprint at them and knife them, or get a quick headshot if you feel comfortable with your accuracy enough that you can pull that off. And at this upcoming part, I actually got quite lost. It was pretty bad. I was doing this level for about an hour, but thanks to the power of editing, you don't have to watch that. I wouldn't put you guys through that. I basically turn right instead of, you have to, when you get to this plane crash up ahead here, see, I wait for him to go by and then quickly make my way over. Well, not that quickly, but yeah, see this airplane crash with the helicopter? I went right, which is the incorrect way. You want to go left up this hill. And again, they are telling me to move around them, which I completely agree with. And coming up here will be the first Rourke file, or sorry, the Rourke file of the level. And this guy almost spots me, but I think he's behind that wing, so I feel I'm safe to move forward. I feel like you have a little bit of leeway as far as cover behind ferns and what have you, so I just want to distance myself from these guys, and usually you want to check your back just to make sure. Don't want to come all this way for nothing. And then slowly back away from them. Then when you feel it is safe, you can start sprinting. And you'll notice when I come up here, there's that waterfall right in front of me. And then there'll be some vines on the left of that waterfall. And right under those vines, on the ground, that is where the Rourke file will be. But I already got it, so I just want to keep moving on. And again, I will have the Rourke files all bundled up in a nice little video, so you don't have to look through all of these videos just to find out where the files are, because some of them might be near the end of the level or what have you. So they say, Logan, do it, and I do. And I want to protect my guys. Look at that rainbow. Look at that nice little rainbow on the waterfall. That's adorable. And no bother getting the assault rifles, because you don't have to take anyone out. This is one of those levels where I don't think I killed anyone, to be honest with you, besides those guys. Only 3 soldiers. For a Call of Duty game, that's very tame. So okay, so we're moving up here. We're waiting for this supply drop to move along, and I was actually experimenting with some more multiplayer kill streaks, and there's this really cool one where you're a sniper in this attack helicopter, and basically you use the left stick to control the helicopter movement. And then you have this high-powered sniper rifle that doesn't get any hit markers. You just kill people, and I think you have a Juggernaut suit on too, so it's hard for them to take you out unless they have a Panzerfaust or or something along those lines. But yeah, I found it's a really cool kill streak that they integrated in this game. A lot of them are very well thought out. Besides the IMS, I wish they didn't keep that in the game. Although I haven't encountered them too much because I have this. It's basically the equivalent of Bomb Squad for the earlier Call of Duties, where you see all the supply, all the equipment through the walls and across the map, which is really helpful because I don't know if you played the multiplayer or not, but instead of UAVs or recon, basically the UAV, instead of that they have the SATCOM, and what that is, that's a little box with a little antenna out of it that it's basically a UAV, but it's placed on the ground. It's weird. It's like a tiny little, and you can see those just like IMSs or instead of claymores in this game, they have IEDs, improvised explosive device. So, and yeah, so the Bomb Squad perk actually really helps with that, because as soon as you put that SATCOM down, you're lit up like a Christmas tree. And when I see that on the map, when I see an enemy SATCOM on the map, I say, okay, that guy probably wants to defend his SATCOM so he can view our movements. So I know exactly where he is, so I can go and take him out. And there's this other perk, basically UAV jammer, or Ghost for Black Ops players, and that one will make it so I am invisible to SATCOM. So I'm basically a SATCOM killer for my other teammates who don't have those perks. So I'm very surprised at how balanced the whole game is, because there's always a counter for everything, whether it be a perk, whether it be a launcher, or and this area reminds me of Call of Duty 4, where you are going through the wheat fields as Price when he was doing that flashback, and you see all these guys coming at you, and then you single file walk right on by them. Actually, if you might be able to spot one or two of those guys. They're all wearing ghillie suits and wearing the same and just crouching, so it's very hard to see them. See, I turn around and they're not there. That's because they're all crouched. And I was just curious if there were any guys, or they're just running or something, but no, they're all wearing ghillie suits. I experimented by trying to kill one of them earlier on, and you see this nuke. Don't worry, it explains in a later cutscene that the nuke doesn't hit American soil, so the Americans are okay. And at this part, as soon as Keegan says chopper's incoming, you want to immediately go prone and just don't move, because you will. I got spotted, so once or twice. So it's very, very crucial that you do that at that exact moment. Otherwise, they'll say chopper spotted us, and you'll get killed. So slide on down here, and I think that is it for the challenge in this level. That's all you really need to do. All you have to do is run and jump off the waterfall. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Alright, well, that's it for part 9, guys. I will see you for part 10, and thanks for watching.
I guess we're getting wet. Approaching extraction point now, actual.